It's amazing what you can achieve if you never give up. My saying, unmatched perspicacity and sheer indefatigability. That point is important. Sheer indefatigability. The inability to become fatigued. If you never quit, if you never give up, if you never give in, you're going to get exactly what you wanted. All you had to do is not be a fucking coward, and you still failed. I don't want to hear any excuses. I don't care about excuses. God doesn't care about excuses. And the winners who went through the exact same things you're going through, who didn't quit, don't care about excuses. There are winners and losers in the world. You are either a winner who dedicates himself, never gives up, continues to learn, does everything he knows he needs to do regardless of how he feels, or you're a loser who makes excuses and you stay invisible for the rest of human time. Make a choice.
Like people who sit and say, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to do something. I didn't know how to get out of jail, so I just did push-ups. I don't know how to make Bitcoin go up. I'm going to buy an old lady groceries. But inaction, in and of itself, is an action. Must believe all of the things you want to have are going to happen. You must see through time with a plan in place so you can see it all come true to be the man you want to be. The universe is extremely giving. It will give you anything you want. All you have to do is make a plan and see it.
Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a Ferrari? Is it a McLaren? How much does it cost to the dollar? You talk about your dream life. You don't even know what your dream life is. How do you expect to get to a destination when you don't know where you're going? Do you understand? I designed my dream life long ago, before I was known, before I had anything. And I worked very hard with a very concise, very detailed plan to be sure I ended up exactly where I wanted to be. And you're not going to end up where you want to be if you don't know where it is. Being a man in the first place is so that you suffer enough for people to remember you, to die for something, to live for something. That's the whole point in all of this. There's nothing else to do besides have children and make your name synonymous with something fantastic which has affected humanity and culture. That's all it's about. I think that if you're a man and you're watching this and you understand how difficult it's going to be, it should excite you. It should excite you the fact that you may end up in trouble. It should excite you the fact that it's going to be hard to convince people. You should wake up and go, you know what? Instead of just living happy and comfortable and having my bed and my bugs and my pod, no, I have something worth resisting now. Yeah. I have something worth fighting for.
If you truly care about the world, you need to improve yourself first, because as a man, if you're not capable, your love means nothing anyway, right? You can say I'm a man and I love my dog, but if you can't feed that dog, and you can't home that dog, and you can't afford to take that dog to the vet, and you can't protect that dog, then your love means nothing. Your love as a man is directly correlated to your competence and your capabilities.
Names a single attribute for masculinity which is going to come from a place other than trauma or pain. I talk about this all the time. People say, I've had a traumatic life. I say, well, then you're very, very fortunate. You had a traumatic life. Now, you may have misused that trauma. You may have misplaced it. You may have accepted the matrix telling you that you now have an excuse to fail, as opposed to using it to grow. But every single man of value went through trauma, and they went through pain. It's going to be painful to get strong, painful to get rich, painful to become important. It's going to be painful to become good with women. Your heart's going to get broken a bunch of times. You have to be prepared for the pain. You're going to have to be that guy who's been through so much shit that he can wake up and go, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing compared to back then. This ain't nothing compared to that time. There's pain to become important, and there's pain in not being important.
If you think, like I've thought many times in my life, I need to party less, I need to sleep less, I need to work more, I need to train more. Whatever it was in life, adjusting your lifestyle to make changes in yourself is difficult. So if you understand how difficult it is to make changes to yourself, you have to understand it is impossible to make changes to somebody else.
When you have money, people think, he has money, but he doesn't have anything else. All he has is money. And I say, well, there's not much above money. You have love, right, of the people who you care about and they care about you. You have health, because nothing's worth anything if you're dying, right? There's no point in being a billionaire if you're sick. And after love and health, what can't money buy? Isn't that number 3? Money is extremely important. Trying to say money doesn't matter is a coping mechanism. I know plenty of people out there who are millionaires who have a loving family, a loving wife, who are in perfect health. And their life is fantastic. Like me. Like me. Just as soon as you get money doesn't mean you lose love of your family. So number one thing you should not do, and I'll make this very, very clear, is never find yourself looking at your situation and feeling sorry for yourself. Listen, my friend, you have arms and legs. So there's a bunch of people who don't even have that. So there's no point you feeling sorry for yourself. If the women don't feel sorry for you and the world don't feel sorry for you, nobody else feels sorry for you. So there's no such thing as an excuse. You either win or you lose. Life is binary, black or white. You're either successful or you are not.
Reframe. You're not supposed to be happy, and you're not supposed to be content, and you're not supposed to be satisfied. Because you're sitting there going, why am I not happy? Why am I not satisfied? Why am I so miserable? That's exactly how you're supposed to be. I don't know where anyone got this idea that life was created and God created us all and built this entire world for us to sit here and just smile all day. Like children. No, you had your happy years when you were a toddler, when you got that cardboard box to play with, and you didn't appreciate them and you wasted them, and now they're all gone. You're an adult. All your happiness is gone. You're not allowed any anymore. You are supposed to feel frustrated. You're supposed to feel like there's so much that needs to be done. You're supposed to feel like you could have so much more from your life. You're supposed to feel motivated and on fire. You're supposed to feel lots of things, but not necessarily happy. I would say, although my life is basically perfect, I wouldn't call myself happy. I don't like that. Am I content? Yes. Am I absolutely capable? Do I have everything I've ever wanted? Yes. Do I have everything I've ever wished for? Can I have anything I desire to have? Absolutely. Am I respected? Yes. But do I wake up every day like, not really. And I think the people who do that are not particularly successful people. If you are constantly chasing happiness, you are going to fail. If you're constantly chasing happiness, you're going to end up doing hedonistic dumb shit. You're going to end up drinking, taking drugs, doing anything it takes to feel happy. If you're constantly chasing respect or importance, perhaps you will have a far more remarkable life filled with achievements. So you have to ask yourself, do you want to be an important man who is respected, or do you want to be happy? It's kind of interesting because I actually believe that respect is more important than happiness for men. And most men who are happy but not respected, it's temporary dumb shit. But men who are truly respected don't need to chase happiness because when you talk, people listen. How could you be happy as a man if when you say things, nobody listens to you? You say X and your wife ignores you, your kids ignore you, and all the men around you laugh. Are you truly happy in your heart? No, you're going to be happy when you're respected. So stop being obsessed with this idea of happiness. A lot of guys say to me, oh, I don't feel happy, I don't feel good, I don't feel well. Good. You're supposed to be depressed, you're supposed to be miserable because you're a loser. And if what will happen is, if you work really hard and dedicate yourself and become a winner, then you will be not depressed and not miserable, but you'll be extremely preoccupied and concerned with your empire, but at least your word will mean something. And never at any point are you going to laugh and giggle like a 2-year-old toddler did. And that's fine, because you're not supposed to. Because men who act that way are weird. I don't like men who are too happy. Even women don't like men who are too happy. Nobody likes happy guys. I won't even hire a happy guy. When I see a guy who's really happy, I think he is one calamity away from absolute destruction. One calamity away from being incompetent. You find me a guy who turns up on time every time with a miserable look on his face and does his job. That's the kind of guy I want. Doesn't matter if he crashes his car. Doesn't matter if his house gets bombed. It's just another day, another shit day, another shit sandwich. Gotta go to work and get my work done. That's competence. You don't need happiness to be competent. So, happiness is for girls and kids. You're a man. If you don't feel happy, good. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to feel respected. And you're going to do that via competence, masculine achievement, hard work, dedication, and becoming somebody worthy.